So one of the things that I've noticed about Josh Gaddis since he's been the offensive coordinator is that you see different things emerge versus different opponents as maybe a bread and butter play. First game, it was split zone. Second game, it was counters. Little mixture in this game, but this was the first time that we really saw them feature their pin and pull game, and it was really effective, Jack. So I want you to sort of start there because it gives us another opportunity. We're going to talk about Andrew Vastardis in a couple of these clips, man. I think about you when I watch him play because you as a former center, man, you got to look at that guy like, hell yeah, man. You're out there balling.
Yeah, no, he is. He's doing a good job. Again, the physical part of it, watching these guys execute down blocks and then execute pulling around, kicking out defensive ends. The next guy squares up on the linebacker. That's really impressive. They can physically do it. What's even more impressive so early in the season is that you have had three different defenses with different looks, especially with Washington, that was trying to confuse the offensive line, and it hasn't worked, right? They've known exactly, hey, you know what, it's your turn to pull, it's your turn to pin, right? Then the next front, there's a different look, somebody else is going to pull, right? I mean, I think in one of the clips maybe we'll look at, you get the center and the strong side guard pulling. That's really rare that you would have two guys right next to each other that go and everybody else is pinning down. So they're communicating really well. They got a good feel for what's working, and they understand one another, and they're getting the calls across, which is awesome to see.
All right, so this is a pin and pull with some fly action. This is Haskins, Hassan Haskins. Might have been his first chunk run of the day.
So, yeah, they fake the jet sweep to the field side. The boundary side wide receiver comes in to draw the linebackers over a little bit. They fake to him. Haskins gets the ball. You see, it's just perfect execution. I think this is the one where it's all a Shoemaker at tight end that really makes this play. He's sitting on the near side tight end spot, and him and the left, I believe it's the left tackle. Look at how far down he caves him. He's past the hash mark there. Anytime you can get at the point of attack that much displacement, you got a good shot. Then you got big Vastardis pulling around, getting up onto the linebacker. I believe that's Fiala at left guard kicking out. It's just really well executed. And you know what? The other thing, too, that I've noticed, Sam, is Coach Gaddis and this staff 3 weeks in a row now have put in an incredible play call and scheme, I should say, on what they want to run. They got these guys out leveraged the majority of the game. They're not running into bad looks. And I don't know if that's they trust Cade enough where they're checking out of things. I doubt at this point in the season they're doing things like that too much. But every time they line up, you feel like they got a chance just right off the get-go. They got guys out leveraged. And then when you execute blocks like that, it's hard to beat.
Yeah, and so you pointed out the two pins on the pin and pull were very physical blocks.
Yeah.
Schoonmaker and Ryan Hayes, they have to pin those guys so the pullers can get around. It's one thing for, who's that? That's Trevor Keegan. Yeah. So he comes around and he gets the outside linebacker, right? But your guy, Andrew Vastardis, has to get on his horse, man. He has to snap the ball. He has to get on his horse and get around to get that linebacker, and he was able to do it.
Well, and a couple things to note, too. He's following Keegan. He doesn't know where Keegan's guy is going to go. So he's got to be light on his feet. If that guy stays outside and wrong arms it like he does, and Keegan's content just to kick him out as far as possible, widen them, get as much space as possible for the starters to get up there. But you never know what the defense is, and so sometimes they'll spill it. They'll come inside of that, and then the big fella's got to be quick enough, light enough on his feet where he can get around that and then run out to his guy, and the play just ends up going more outside. So it's a fantastic job by both of them. Like you said, all in Hayes on the down blocks there on the pins. The most impressive part is they don't give up any penetration, right? Not only do they wash them down the line of scrimmage, they don't let them into the backfield. If you let those guys into the backfield, it throws off the timing of everything because those guys pulling around get knocked off. The linebackers are able to fly over a bit quicker. And then by the time the running back's at the hole, there's nowhere to go. There's too much disruption. It's just really well done at the point of attack by all the guys pinning down and the two pulling around.